The unique selling proposition of joining PATA and our organization is, can be boiled down to three key elements. First of all, PATA is the most focused, longest history, and broadest network dedicated to Asia Pacific travel. And our mission is responsible development of travel and tourism to, from, and within Asia Pacific. So as we all know, despite COVID, Asia Pacific will rise again. And this is the key engine for growth for travel globally. And so while PATA was originally founded on promoting travel into Asia, it's also the strongest outbound market as well. So that's number one. Number two is every corner of the travel ecosystem is represented and reachable through our network. I call PATA a network of networks within the travel ecosystem, and it's a network of experts. So, because we basically have membership from all different sizes and levels and areas within travel, it's the most diverse network. And then third is PATA has a focus on global issues with local impact. We don't just get on stage. We, will actually take those concepts and needs and put them into implementation and practical application. So for agents, the key value proposition is one, the network, two, insights, because we're constantly having experts in our network who will share. And you can get insights from, for example, our PATA Empower that has data from all different sources. And so you can pull down, customized reporting for your business. And then the third would be training and innovation. We are regularly putting forth the best practices in our industry for people to learn from. And certainly right now, during this period of uncertainty, that's what people need, is frequent and regular insights from a diverse number of sources. For hotels, we have in our channels destination and hospitality marketing, and we'll be evolving more and more ways to raise awareness of some of our member properties, insights, as I mentioned, and training and innovation.
Perfect. So my next question would actually be on membership drive. So especially from this region, you find only KSA and Russell Khaimah as members. Would you be looking at other Middle Eastern partners, other members? Is there a certain drive that you'd be initiating so that there'll be more members from this region, representing this region?
Absolutely. I view that as the next stage opportunity for PATA. As I mentioned, traditionally we have been about driving awareness of destinations within the core of ASEAN and broader Asia. But really, we've got member destinations in both the Middle East and Europe. And, people see the high potential from large and rising source markets like India right now, and North Asia, certainly. And so Middle East is, I think that the travel experiences and products that are evolving in that region are incredible. And they are at the forefront of sustainability. They're at the forefront of luxury, of wellness. And I think that, educating the Asia Pacific industry and the consumers here is, a key opportunity for PATA to collaborate with Middle East. First of all, our number one focus is supporting the industry recovery, and getting the tourism engine running again, helping get the staff reemployed, and basically the restart. And as you may know, Asia Pacific is lagging and has more of a staged recovery than the other regions. But that said, I think there is a lot of pent-up demand, but the complexity of restarting is impacting everyone globally, and the staff shortages. So examining the pain points that we all have currently and looking at ways to support the industry in addressing those is, first and foremost. Second is, we're looking at ways that there isn't a high interest And it's driven by the consumer side in terms of sustainability, responsible travel, avoiding or over-tourism, and the focus on things like nature-based and wellness-based tourism. So all of those great trends that are really like the silver lining that is emerging out of this pandemic period are areas of interest for PATA, and we are in different forms, supporting the evolution of that, whether it's through events or research reports or projects, working with some of the destinations. And one very important program that we launched about 6 months ago is Tourism Destination Resilience Program. This is online free training, 10 modules that have been put together by a team of 20 to 30 experts. And it's basically educating our destinations on how can you prepare yourself to be more resilient, to prepare yourself for the capacity that will come in, and so that we can have a more healthy and strong foundation for sustainability. We launched a travel recovery dashboard that the industry has really taken an interest in, because it's a clean and concise way of updating every week the status in each of our destination members, in terms of what is their readiness level, what are their protocols to enter, and what are the new products and offerings for each destination. So for example, in Indonesia, they want to promote 10 destinations as new alternatives to Bali. Thailand wants to promote 7 new MICE locations across the country. And the same can be done whether you're in Asia Pacific or outside Asia Pacific. So either whether you are in need of the information in terms of recovery status and destination marketing, or if you want to, promote, this is just one example of an initiative that's relevant, whether you're, in broader Asia or, for example, in Europe. We have as members Catalonia Tourism Board and Tour España. There are really no boundaries, but while our core focus is Asia Pacific, it certainly relates to everyone. Our best practices and our tools can really apply to everyone. I mentioned the recovery dashboard as one. Number 2 is we've got a travel innovation hub to basically inspire innovation. We have the destination marketing that we do in all our communications and our platforms. I mentioned the Tourism Destination Resilience Program. I've actually shared it with WTTC and UNWTO, where it can be deployed in their destinations as well. And so many of the, and in the coming months, we'll be releasing things like a toolkit online for SMEs to enable their businesses to go digital. So actually, the products and the tools that we have most often don't have like a regional boundary to them. They're applicable to all types of businesses within our network, whether they reside in Asia or outside. First of all, it's a beautiful destination that more of the world needs to get educated about. Even now, as we continue to promote the conference, I still get people saying, where is it? Where is it located? Where is this destination? And the beauty of it is certainly one universal appeal, the fact that it has beach and desert and mountain and nature, interesting animals and the beauty of the desert. So those are all appealing elements. But on top of that is Ras Al Khaimah's commitment to being the most sustainable emirate in its region. So, and I think that, Rocky, the CEO of ROC TDA, and his team, we see a real commitment to developing his destination, but doing it with some core principles. And there we're very values aligned. And on top of that, the fact that it's at a global crossroads, this is the first time that PATA is doing a conference in the Middle East. And it is strategically so critical to engage that area as a crossroads, really, between Europe, Middle East, and Asia Pacific. So I think that's a wonderful new next step in terms of PATA's journey in hosting events that really bring the travel industry together. Particularly right now, there are a lot of shifting sands in terms of consumer interest, consumer behaviors. Everyone's looking for, new source markets because some of the traditional ones are blocked off at the moment. So I think that, one really key element about PATA is that we can help build that crystal ball for you by tapping into the insights and the knowledge of various members of the travel industry. And so if you're interested at all in, attracting Asia Pacific travelers, we would be one of the one-stop shops to really, get those insights. And I think right now we're all, nothing is predictable at this time. We're all trying to evolve our businesses into recovery and growth into the future. And the more insights and expertise that you can tap into, that's what you can turn to PATA for.